Drat. Foiled again.
Ah, could have got away with it too. Poor little damn kid and that stupid dog.
How we doing? Block out here. Let's move this a little forward so we don't end up looking at the shelf. I don't know how long this is going to be here for, but how you doing, Mitch? You're welcome. I'm glad you received your timbers. Hopefully everybody had a nice weekend. Oliver, how are you? Oliver, you should be receiving your amplifiers soon if you hadn't already. Your Riot and Riot 442, Riot 100, and the extra large shirt. You should be receiving those soon. Joe Welsh, how you doing, brother? Got your 442 here. Get you taken care of. YG Garcia, what's up? Landon, how are you? Welcome. Todd, what's up, brother? How are you? Oliver Dexter? Or Dexter Oliver, I'm not sure.
Got it.
Mr. Marion, how are you, brother?
That was delivered Saturday.
Oh, received them last week. Thanks again.
It says met customer.
Yep, no, he just confirmed. Man, if you don't mind, Oliver, if you have a chance, please make a short, less than 1 minute video clip. If you don't want to share it yourself, if you'd like to send it to one of us or Rigo, whether you send it on Messenger or however, we'll give you, a percentage off your next purchase at usampsinc.com. We're looking for content that's, from newer parts or newer members of the US Amps family. It would be appreciated. You have a pretty rare color amplifier there, so that would be really nice to share. I think that Riot color is really sharp. All right. Mr. Masters, how are you? Kevin, welcome. So real quick, Brian, what's up, brother? Mr. Jazinski in the house. So today, depending on time and what everybody wants to see, real quick, I'm going to touch real quick on ohm load. I know for some of you this might be boring, but for some, I think it's necessary. Over the last few weeks, or even, last few months, the US Amps family has grown by leaps and bounds, and we greatly appreciate it. But in doing so, a lot of us that maybe used to install years ago or have built systems in our past, now may be struggling trying to remember how to do things. And just to touch on ohm load, it's important because, your amplifier, any amplifier, whether it's US Amps or any other brand, produces a certain amount of power at said ohm load, but there is a minimum ohm load. I don't know that there's a maximum ohm load. I think as you raise the ohm load, the amplifier just makes less power. So I'm sure that there is a cutoff point to where Ohm's law just kind of disintegrates and you just don't have any power. But it won't harm the amplifier. Going into a lower ohm load than the amplifier is engineered or designed to produce power can damage the amplifier. We do have a protection circuit that saves the amplifier from damage if you do in fact wire one channel or more channels lower than the amplifier is made to handle. But people can be persistent and just assume that something else is wrong and it can't be their wiring, so they'll just turn the thing on and turn it off and turn it back on, trying to force it to play music. That's just not the right way to do things. So moving forward, to eliminate issues with your equipment and potential costs, because unfortunately a lot of us, when I say us, I'm talking about everybody. I'm not pointing out one person. This is for everybody. We've sold at this point thousands of amplifiers. If I have 30 of the warranty cards, I think I'm being nice. I don't think even 30 warranty cards have been sent back between over 400 subwoofers we've sold. At this point, over 200 sets of timbers and well over 1,500 of each. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Well, I have some in my file.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, these are the ones that I have.
Yeah,
so.
no, we literally less than 30. And like I said, we've sold over 1,500 amplifiers, probably over 50 or 100 of the impacts at this point, right?
Oh gosh, within the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, we're selling impacts almost every day, and we're not receiving any warranty cards. So moving forward, because Suncoast Amp Lab is going to be handling all of our warranty work, you can't just count on Mike to squash it and take care of it for free, which I've done in the past and is a very poor business model. I'll be honest with you, I'm not a great businessman. I never have been. Just because I've owned multiple businesses in my lifetime doesn't mean that I'm good at it. I do it, and the businesses that I've built in my past, including US Amps, is because I love what it is. I love what it can be, and I love starting with an idea that just comes whether it's to me or brought to me by somebody in the family or somebody on the team here, and then seeing it through to fruition to an actually working product. There's something cool about that. But it is a business, and there has to be a system of checks and balances monetarily. Otherwise, I can't just keep dumping money into the company. So Suncoast Amp Labs will be handling the repairs moving forward, whether they're warranty related or not. And if Sam reaches out to me and says, for instance, I have George Jones's SQ442 here, he sent it in for repair. The third channel 3 is not working. What do I need to do? Does he have a warranty card? And I look through. If I don't see a warranty card, George Jones is going to end up getting charged whatever the Amp Lab charges. So, I apologize for that, but very, very, very important to get in your warranty cards. So, thank you for all of your orders. Please, 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 for your own benefit, get your warranty cards filled out and sent in. Okay? All right, so I'll get off of my pedestal here. Let me try to keep up. Any updates on the Merlins? Okay, so real quick, let's touch base on that. People are trying to call. That's very rude. The Merlins have been 100% paid for as of Thursday or Friday. From what I was told, they were leaving dock. So, again, what I was told, I don't have control over it. They've been paid. I was told 10 to 12 days from South Korea to Los Angeles, California, and then they can't promise from there to here, but typically 7 to 10 business days via truck, depending on how long it stays at port. I do have a customs broker that we've used for the entire time we've been in business. This is not our first shipment, obviously, from overseas. We've received equipment from China. We've received equipment from Denmark. We've received equipment from all over the world at this point, as well as shipped all over the world. Give a shout out to Pete and Dude over in Guyana. Those are our newest alpha dealers in Guyana. So thank you for being part of the US Amps family. Now anybody within probably 1,000 miles of Guyana, they'll have to go to them for US Amps products. They placed a huge order, and it's been a few months in the making. It's taken a while to get through customs to get to them, but now they have equipment and they have plenty of stock. So get with them. So on the Merlins, again, they've been paid for. Based on everybody's pre-orders. Thank you guys for your pre-orders. I'm sorry, and I will never do pre-orders again, only because I've said this, and this is a saying that I say. It comes from my grandfather. It sounds different, and I've put an American twist on it, but everybody's funny when it comes to money. And it doesn't matter if it's $5 or $5,000. If somebody gives you their hard-earned, hey, dude, trust me, because I'm the same fucking way. If I pay for something, I'm going to expect it. And unfortunately, when it comes to almost anything that you're not building yourself, it's not really in our hands. So we've gone by what we've been told by the build house, and everything that we've been told, we've released to you. We were told that they would be done by, the first week of March, I think it was, and that just didn't happen. So what do? They have, a sizable deposit. There's really nothing we can do except for wait. So I apologize to those of you that are upset, but you have to realize something as well. You guys are getting what is the best Class D amplifier available. Until somebody takes my design and steals it, which is already happening, and tries to make it better, which I don't know how you could, or if they just take it and buy more than I have because they have more money than me, which plenty of people do. As of right now, you guys have basically the pre-orders is pretty near cost by the time we get tariffs and shipping involved, and you guys will be the first to have what is the best Class D amplifier available. So that was what we could do. We placed that order based on those pre-sales. So in lieu of just using your money to buy equipment, I had already paid the deposit to start building 100 of each amplifier. So when we sent out the pre-orders and the response was so amazing, I doubled that order. So we do have double what we originally ordered coming. So hopefully we will have a stock of somewhere around 60 something units of each. And depending on how they start to sell, I may just go ahead and pull the trigger on another order, because I do honestly foresee these amplifiers changing the Class D industry as far as a car audio. So hopefully that answers your question. That's the best update I have on the Merlins, that they have been shipped out. As far as I know, they've been paid for in full, and I will receive an email or a phone call from my customs agent, which is here in Tampa, when the boat is about 5 days from port. So once the boat is 5 days from port, I will know. Again, Seongson said 10 to 12 days from South Korea to Los Angeles, and then we have time for them to get loaded from the shipping container onto a truck and then driven here. Trust us, there's nobody on earth that wants to see you guys using your amplifiers than us. Me particularly. This is the first design that I've been involved with. I didn't fully design this amplifier, but I did help with the power supply portion of the design and adding the damping factor and slew rate, because that's not something they're familiar with. And this is the first design that I've been involved with and sent to Dirk, and there was no changes. So that says something. For those of you that don't know, Dirk Ecker has probably designed more amplifiers than everybody involved in car audio cumulatively. There's literally thousands of designs. I've seen the sketches and the papers. So I'm honored and yeah, I'm honored to even be called a friend of his, much less have him admire something that I've been a part of designing. So I'm very excited to see these in people's hands, to see them in people's vehicles, and to start taking over shows all over the country. All over the country. I mean, that's what's going to happen, and I'm looking forward to it. Same thing with the new Exterminator and Neo subwoofers. So we'll talk about that later if anybody has any questions. John Brogard, what's up, buddy? Welcome. Mario, welcome. Ralph Esposito, I need a 12K amp. Are you referring to the Digital Design amps that we have for sale? If so, shoot me a message. I have 3 of the brand new DD 12Ks, Digital Design 12Ks. Or if you're looking for a 12,000 watt amp and you want a US amps, message me. Let me know what it is that you're looking for. Our 10K does well over 12,000 watts. Pablo Gonzalez, what's up, buddy? How are you? Nicholas Antonio, how are you? Shane Clark, what's up, buddy? How are you? Danny James, what's going on, man? How are you? Merlins are worth the wait. Patience will pay off. They're here. Won't even remember the wait. Yes, yes. Trust me. And, I had to bring it up, unfortunately, because I did receive text messages on my personal phone on Sunday, and I didn't react well. I think I was fair and respectful, but unfortunately the response to me was not respectful. So I blocked the person. And unfortunately, I didn't buy US Amps to make friends. I bought US Amps because I remember how it made me feel when I saw the first US Amps amplifier, and I remember installing the first US Amps that I was involved with installing and noticing the difference. So when I had the opportunity, I didn't even think twice about it. I've always loved music. I've always somehow in one way or another been involved in car audio. Yeah, it's not a monetary thing. So good morning, Harold. But unfortunately, I do sometimes work 20-hour days, and from a relationship standpoint, for those of you that aren't married, you probably don't understand. For those of you that are, you should understand. You got to spend time. And even a friendship, I mean, it requires compromise. And my wife is extremely understanding when it comes to the time and money and everything that I put into US Amps. So for her to ask for one day with no US Amps, I don't think is much. So when she sees me get frustrated because I look at my phone and see the text and it's somebody asking about a Merlin amp on a Sunday at 6:30, then she notices my mood change. Whether I say it to her or not, because I don't want her to know that I'm doing business, she sees it affect me. So anybody that you love, if you don't care about how they feel, then obviously I don't know what kind of relationship that is, but the person seemed to have something to say about that, and I didn't care for it. So unfortunately, I probably shouldn't have my personal cell number out the way I do, but I try to befriend almost anybody that reaches out and wants to buy the product. That US Amps family is not just a hashtag to me. And I don't think family has anything to do with blood. I think family has to do with how you treat the person. And yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to get another cell phone and just use that. So from Monday through Friday, the number that you guys have is going to be on and working. But as of Friday at 5 p.m., that phone is going to stay in here and not get touched until Monday. Francisco, how are you? Give me a US Amps XXL in my Merlin pre-K order. I can't just remember that, Francisco. I apologize. We have dozens of orders now per day, and yeah, it's kind of hard. You'll have to either go online and order that, and we can gift it to you if you're asking for it for free. Which, again, I probably get 30 emails a day of people asking me for things for free. I wish I was in the position monetarily to give this equipment away, because I would, but unfortunately I can't just keep giving things away. Give Nick Foy his money back. He pre-ordered an amplifier, Pelnar, Zachary. He pre-ordered an amplifier under the terms and conditions that everybody else did. There is no refund. I'm sorry. He can sell his amplifier when he receives it. I haven't done anything wrong. He messaged me on a Saturday night, and all I did was block him. I didn't respond to him. He messaged my personal cell phone on a Saturday night as I was sitting at dinner with my wife. All I did was block him. I didn't get nasty with him. He in turn turned this into a nasty argument via Facebook or Messenger, and he's gotten upset with me, which he's done in the past, but I've usually been nice to him. I just blocked him. I'm not going to argue with a grown man. I've done nothing wrong here. The terms and conditions of the pre-orders were easily broadcast everywhere. I won't do it again, but moving forward, I apologize for the time that it's taken, but with what he's paid for what he's ordered, he can easily make his money back, if not make money on it. So he'll have to wait just like everybody else, Pelnar. Thank you for sticking up for your friend. I understand, but there's two sides to every story, and the truth is always somewhere in between. I try being nice to everybody that I can, and I try to treat everybody the way I want to be treated. So if I block somebody from my personal cell number to avoid an argument, that's the best thing I can do, because I don't want to argue with anybody. I want to have fun. I want to enjoy what we do here, and I want to be around and talk to people that want to treat me the way they want to be treated. So, hey, Scott, how are you?
Sorry, taking care of customers.
You're good. Yeah, thank you. Carl, how are you? David, what's up, buddy? How are you? All right. On the 10Ks, will 80 amp hours Yinglong bank at 3 and a 370 amp alt be okay for music at 2 ohm? That should be more than enough. Yes, absolutely. On the 10K. At half ohm, depending on how long you're talking about playing it. I'm responding to YG Garcia. The 10K can, pull some amperage, especially when you're getting up into, over 15,000 watts. Ohm's law is always good to refer to. If you're not sure what that is, a quick Google will show you that. And you can input the numbers that we've made available at usampsinc.com, and it will tell you exactly what you need. But even at half ohm, your setup with a 370 amp alternator and 80 amp hours of lithium will run the amplifier. I just don't know, for how long, especially at full tilt, Candido Martinez, Cesar Lopez. What's up, buddy? How are you? Cesar has a really nice build, and I think he's utilizing a couple of our 100HCs or SQ442s in the rear of his F-150. It's beautiful. I'm looking forward to that too, Brian. Eric, what's up, buddy? Sorry, I did see that you messaged the other day, Eric. You're more than welcome to stop by to grab your A&L fuse holders. Watching from Phoenix, Arizona. Welcome, Francisco Montengro. Scott, I did see your text, buddy. I will get with you after the live. Danny, I am days away from having your A-pillars done. I'm going to wrap those up and send those to you. And probably about a week away from having your subwoofers done. I need a competition amp, definitely the best. I need to push 6K to each sub, and I have 2. What are the ohm loads on your subwoofers, Ralph? Travis Greenhorn, what's up, buddy? How are you?
What's up, Greenhorn?
Lost my marriage and a lot of other things, spending so much time investing in repairing amplifiers, I know. It's funny you say that, Shane, and I'm sorry for your loss. Dirk says to me all the time when I send him accolades or, pictures of, just like John Centers just won Expona again this weekend with, a 90% US amps build in his vehicle. He won last year. We're extremely excited about that. Joseph Davis uses our amplifiers in his sound quality build. He did very well, I think, or won this weekend. Anytime we have something like that, I share it with Dirk via text, and his response is always the same. Congratulations. I love what you're doing with the company. Thank you for including me. Like, always the same thing. But he always says, make sure to spend time with your family. That's why I say it in all of our messages or our lives or whatever. I say that because it comes from him, and I got to remind myself as well. I get very excited about what we do here, but at the end of the day, you got to make time for yourself and make time for your family. Dirk, is aside from the few of us that he talks to, is pretty much alone, because of what he put into building the brand. And he wants to make sure I don't do the same thing. It's very easy to get lost in that, We knew we'd be waiting. Don't stress over the impatience of the community. I appreciate that, Jesse, but unfortunately, again, I've said it to you guys a million times. I haven't always been the person I am now. There was a time where I could give two shits about what anybody says about me, and normally I would have been in my car driving to wherever the people are to go ahead and scrap, whether I won or not, over looking at me the wrong way. But I'm not that person anymore, and I work very hard daily to try to treat people how I want to be treated. And when things happen like what's been going on with Nick Foy, obviously he's been messaging things about me all over the internet, whether they're true or not, it still bothers me a little bit because I don't want to not be liked. I try very hard to be the person I am. So when I put that extra effort into a relationship, whether it's friendships or otherwise, and the result is negative, it bothers me, I don't want a friend like that. I've noticed from prior altercations with him that he's kind of up and down and all around, so I don't know what his deal is, but I don't judge him for that. I tried to befriend him regardless, and I try to make things good. But also, I have to have healthy boundaries for myself. At some point, I just have to say, no, this is it, and enough is enough, So, sorry that I'm even sharing it publicly, but it's obviously one of his friends jumped in here and has only heard one side of the story and is trying to make me look bad, and I won't have it. I won't have it. I'm not here to take advantage of anybody. I'm definitely not here to steal anybody's money. I don't need anybody's money. My wife is rich. I do this because I love the brand and I want to build good shit. And I see what other brands do. They take 5 or 10 grand or borrow some money from their friend and they call a build house and say, I want to be the best audio, and that's the name, and they give them 10 grand and let them design something, and 6 to 8 months later they have a pallet full of equipment, and all of a sudden it's the best because somebody that has a meter and a phone can go online and show that it makes numbers and it's the best. That's not the way things are, man. There's engineering and design involved in an amplifier and anything that we build, and a lot of R&D go into what we do to make sure that it is what it is before it goes into production. And I'm proud of what we've created here. So, it bothers me when other people try to take advantage of that or belittle what we do, Well,
specifically one that I can think of off the top of my head is the Merlin, in which that got up to revision 3, I want to say, before we even thought about releasing it to the public. We took that line and got the first ones in, and they didn't work as well as we wanted. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yeah.
But the one that we're releasing now, we put that in Brennan's vehicle and beat the living bejesus out of it.
Yeah.
Put it in my vehicle and beat the, well, it ended up shoot my subs out the box. That was poor calculations on my part.
Yeah.
But, and we've taken them, we've put them into other people that work here, their vehicles, and get it going and test it. And in real life testing. I can't say it's enough.
Mm-hmm.
US Amps, the thing that separates us from a lot of the other manufacturers is that we do take our products off of the climate-controlled workbench and out of the perfect setting of a dyno and slap it in a vehicle, power the bejesus out of it, beat it up for a couple of weeks, show no mercy. It about struck me out when Mike told us, he's like, yeah, he goes, kill it.
I need to know the weak points.
Yeah. So that's find the weak points, find the parts that this person isn't finding or the testing isn't finding, or even better, my field, the engineers didn't even note.
Mm-hmm.
Find the stuff that's a fluke in the formula, and that's what we did. And I've got very good feelings about the Merlin sub-amps when they come to dock and come.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see a lot more in the lanes and a lot more on the demos and a lot more in the videos.
And for those that have chosen to, not buy an amplifier because of me, shame on you, because really that you're going to be missing out. They're really amazing, and I'm not saying that because I'm part of it. I'm saying it from an engineering aspect. You're seeing now other brands use or try to use the terms damping factor or slew rate in reference to their own equipment. And honestly, if you look at the numbers, and they're not even using the terms properly. They're saying dampening factor, which is not the term. But I think I saw one rated at 350. I wouldn't brag about that. I wouldn't brag about that. Our impact amplifiers have a higher damping factor than 350.
Hey, I'm proud that my Honda puts out 84 horsepower.
You know what? Maybe that's what we should do today. We should take the version 3 US Amps 10K that we have here, that we've basically abandoned and now is sold under another name brand as their team model, and compare it to our 10K that we have sitting here. Maybe just open up the lids and let everybody judge for themselves.
Yeah. There's a significant visual difference. You can see the quality of the engineering that has gone into the model that we're releasing versus the model that was turned down.
Business is business, no refunds, all sales fund. No, Pablo, I appreciate the support, but that's not what I do here. Unfortunately, and I explained it earlier before the gentleman said for me to give Nick his money back, in reference to the pre-orders of the Merlin 5K and 10Ks, we specifically said there was no refunds because I made a double order based on our pre-orders. So, and Nick said, well, I don't understand. Of course you don't understand difference, because you don't own a business. I'll explain to you the difference. If I give him his money back, A, we lost that income, that revenue. B, now we have another amplifier that needs to be sold that's not accounted for. Yeah, no big deal. But when you put out $186,000 of your own money, you let me know how big of a deal $1,200 is. It can be a big deal some weeks. There's weeks here that I spend everything we have trying to get product here for the customers. So we don't always do pre-orders. This was the first time we did it, and I did it to try to get more product here, so we didn't get the amps here, sell them to 50 or 60 people, and then I have no amps to sell anybody. I wanted to make sure we had enough equipment here because I believe in the product that much. Once people start seeing it more than just in Brendan's car or in one other vehicle, people are going to start selling their shit and getting rid of their amplifiers that keep breaking or don't produce the power or. Trust me, there's a big difference.
Yeah, I still remember looking at you out of the smile because you're kind of skeptical because you're that type of person of doing the pre-release, doing the pre-orders for the Merlins.
Yeah.
And I'm just as bad about stuff like that. No matter how much I believe into something, it's still when it's released out to the public, are you going to believe in it?
Right.
And then that first, I think, second day sold out.
Yeah.
Gone completely.
Yeah. Very exciting.
Yeah.
Very
and
exciting.
that was a very, very high energy moment around here. And then we came to the realization of, wow, should we release more now?
Right.
And yeah, then it went off from that.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it in black too. I've yet to even see it in black. We do have, I think, 25 of the 5Ks and 25 of the 10Ks coming in black. I'll order me a 10K in my future. Hit us up, man. Absolutely. The price is going to change. The pre-order price is not going to be what we're selling them for once they're here. Actually, as of today, the price that you guys saw is no longer between tariffs and shipping, and just what the amplifiers are, what they're costing me per unit. This is a business. We have to make some kind of profit, or it's just, it's not going to work. I can't just keep putting money into US Amps. We got to make a little bit of money. I'm not here to kill you guys. I'm not. And I'll gladly, I'm that kind of guy. I'll show you guys what I fucking pay for this shit. I'll show you on the email what I pay for in tariffs. I don't care. There's no secrets here. It's a business. We have to make a certain amount of money, or what's the point? But the thing is what are you getting for your money? What's the product that you're receiving? So, Patrick Charlton, welcome. That looks like a new name. I don't recognize that name. Thanks for watching. Jason Flynn, how are you? Oh, Terry Ray in the house. Yo, yo, yo. Hustle Man, what's up, Eric? How are you? Alex, what's up, man? Thank you very much. Alex did an amazing job of cleaning out one of our storage sheds last week, so we now have room for some of the equipment that's coming. Jason Hardison, how you doing? Mike Bede, what's up, buddy? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Okay, Eric, yeah, absolutely. Come by. Matt Pecor, what's up, buddy? Love my 442. It sounds amazing. Thank you. That's honestly the first amplifier that I sent to Rigo to bring to Dirk, and I'm extremely proud of the SQ442. Extremely proud. Ralphie Esposito 224. I don't know what that means. 2-4. Oh, 2 dual 4 ohm. Your subwoofers are dual 4 ohm. I'm sorry, I don't remember what it said that he needed for power. 6,000 watts each, and they're dual 4s. Okay, so
the Merlin should be able to take that. If you got 2 of them,
we could do this. We could do this mass, so we can get 2 and 2 and 1 ohm at the amplifier. The 10K, if I remember correctly, will do just over 11,000 watts at 1 ohm.
Comfortably.
Or was it more than that?
I want to say it was closer to 14, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
It'll definitely push them comfortably.
I'm using my phone to record, so I can't look up into my little graphs and charts. But Ralph, I will try to. I'll scroll back through after we're done. I'll find your profile. If we're not friends, I'm going to send you a friend request so I can send you all the information I have on the 10K from our amp dyno through the Term Lab testing. I don't think we did a full amp dyno on it because it couldn't read the power output. When we hook the 10K up to the dyno, it goes into question marks and all kinds of weird numbers. So that's only happened before when I've exceeded 20,000 watts. I know the amp dyno is supposed to be able to do 40,000, but I've gotten just under 14,000 watts out of a 500 HC at a half ohm on the dyno. No, don't hook your 500 HC up at half ohm. Just because I do it doesn't mean you should. The amplifier made just under 14,000 watts. So I've seen the dyno test something that high. I've never seen it do over 20,000, even though it's supposed to. And I honestly, in my heart, believe that the 10K is doing that. And that's why the resistive bank dyno is doing those numbers. So got my amp racks yesterday delivered. They look killer. Thank you. Thank you, Harold. Please, if you could share any pictures of the amp racks once you get them, set up on your amps, I would love to see that. I'd love to see it, in the wild, seeing them being used. That's awesome. Thank you.
To reiterate on that one, not virtually, all US Amps equipment, when you get it, we love the unboxing videos. We love seeing it in motion. We love seeing it active. We love seeing real world to share with everybody because we obviously are biased. We love US amps. So we're going to show you the perfect speaker. We're going to show you the perfect amp. We're going to show you the perfect wire. Speaking of, the 1-aught power wire is due to dock this week. Due to dock as in be here. So please start putting your orders in. The 1-aught wire, we've got plenty of it coming.
2,000 feet.
2,000 feet of it. I don't know if you want to release it or not. But we have 2,000 feet of it coming. And if I remember correctly, the price is $7.25 a foot.
I thought it was six something.
Six,
I don't know. I
675?
can't look it up on my phone. Oh wait, I have your price sheet here.
Aha, see?
Yo.
Isn't that cool to have someone
Yo ho.
Price per foot is comparable to industry right now.
$679 a foot.
Okay, so $679 a foot plus shipping, handling, gas tag, recouple tires. No, but that is the wire is impressive. There's no
FedEx called. It will be here tomorrow. What we got here? Hey guys from Tulsa, where we have patience. Hey, what's up, buddy?
The GM 2.2 liter Ecotech, I have no idea on that one.
Hey Mike, do you have anyone there that is familiar with the GM 2.2, specifically the ones in the Saturns? Can you refer me if possible? What's the issue, John? Send me a text. Let me know what you got going on there. Maybe it's time to get that car down here.
Yeah.
I'll take a road trip and come grab it. Thinking on buying an L300 and swapping the engine and trans and computer. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I can't speak on that. To my understanding, a car wreck messed them up. Yeah, I don't like to share anybody's personal anything. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Thank you, Terry. Looking forward to seeing what you do on this bike here. We have a couple here waiting on you. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate it. Appreciate the kind words. Thank you. I need 8K per sub, 2 dual 1 ohm voice coils. 8K per sub, 2 dual 1 ohm voice coils. So that would get each sub at half ohm. You could run 2 5Ks. You'll get way more than 8,000 watts out of them.
No, they'll run cool and efficient at that point.
Yeah.
That could be stretching them.
David Masters, yeah, you already said it here. Is your 5K my best choice for US amps? I think the 10K is going to be way too much power at half ohm. I don't know. Maybe one 10K.
One 10K and then bridge them down so they see 1 ohm out.
Right.
'Cause you have
One
half
ohm
and
instead
half.
of doing half and half.
Either 2 5Ks at half ohm or 1 10K at 1 ohm would be
Yeah.
my choice.
And I'll be honest with you, man. I originally I wanted to talk about ohm load in this live, but there's no shame in not knowing wiring multiple speakers together and how the ohm load ends up. But it is important to know it before touching the wires to your amplifier and turning it on. I think it's the12volt.com. There's a little calculator in there for wiring speakers and subwoofers. I use it all the time, especially when doing multiples. There's no shame in it.
The
There's no shame in it.
12volt.com is just a plethora of resources.
Yes, yeah.
For virtually anything. They even have, if you have an older car and you're trying to figure the wiring in it, to wire your stereo up because you can't get a set for it or whatever, they have a lot of that in there too. I've used it a couple times. So definitely a good resource.
Real quick, I'll just do this real quick. Somebody keeps messaging me. It's driving me nuts. So I'm going to show you on a multimeter. Most multimeters have this little arrow that points to a plus sign here, if you see it. Not all will have the ohm load sign necessarily. They should, but they may not have multiple ranges for your ohm load. But most multimeters will have this arrow with a plus sign. So if you turn your dial to that, COL, ohm load. I'm going to try to do this real quick to where you guys can see it. Let me see.
The arrow with a plus sign
Yep.
is the symbol for a diode.
A symbol for a diode. It's basically resistance. Okay?
Yep.
I don't know if you guys remember last week when I did the timbers, the talk on the timbers. When you're testing a speaker, make sure you don't have air directly blowing on the speaker or any type of pressure. Pressure in the room can change your ohm load. I don't think it honestly matters if you hook up the positive and how the negative and positive go, but doesn't hurt to make sure that it is right if you're really scared and want to make sure. The whole point is to be as accurate as possible, right? So I can't see. Let me do this. Let me try to do this to where I can leave it alone and we can look at this together. All right.
3 ohms.
So it's showing 3, but here you see as you push on it, it changes. Look, even if I push the cone, I'm going to push the cone up. You see it changes. All right. I'm going to get into the specifics here. Exactly 4 ohm, right? 3.9 to 4. So if you were to take your positive and negative speaker lead from this speaker, whatever channel you hook it to at your amplifier should see 4 ohm. Very simple, right? It's where it gets confusing is when you're wiring multiple speakers. And that's probably what we should talk about next. But that's what I use the 12 volt for, because it confuses me all the time. And I've been doing this literally since before I could drive. I had subwoofer boxes that I designed and built in my closet at home, 2 car batteries, a battery charger with a little CD player, my Phoenix, no, not Phoenix, I couldn't afford that. My Pyramid Gold PG 1000, which I thought was the best amplifier in the world because it was big, and I don't know. I think I paid $80 for it at the flea market. Yeah. But I had it powering two MTX Blue Thunder 15s.
Nice.
And I did these two huge boxes, and they were facing one another. And I did all this math and thought it sounded great, but it was in a house. I mean, it was kind of cheating. Anything you put in a house sounds good usually. Yeah, David, I honestly think two 5Ks or one 10K. Either way, you're going to have more power than you need. Ronald Marrero, that's a new name. How are you? I'm AI. Mike Pede, honestly, brother, I don't remember where you are in New York, but my wife's been begging me to take her to see the city. I'm from Long Island, West Babylon. I don't know if you and I spoke about that or not, but I need to get her up there and probably go see some of my family on the island. So maybe while we're up there, you can give me a demo. I'd love to see your truck build, man. Thank you for sharing the pictures of your door panels and stuff, man. Julio Rivera, what's up? Big Who?
Hey, what's up, Julio?
Dorothy Davis. Welcome, Dorothy. That's a new name. I have a JP53 you can use to show differences between I don't think that's necessary, Eric. I appreciate it. I do have one of the S&I 5Ks here, and another company, Build House, made a 5K for us as well. I'll gladly show the differences. I don't have one of our 5Ks here to show the difference, but I'll gladly throw the 10Ks on the bench here and show the difference. When the 5K, when I get a 5K to show, I'll gladly show the differences, man. I won't name other brands that are using those because I don't want to belittle anybody, but they're not ours. Sell Sony explodes, you'll be rich fast. Hey, you know what, Richard? That's a new name too, Richard Hare. Welcome, Richard. You know, there's something to be said. When we signed with Woofers, etc., I guess about a month ago now, David, one of the owners, asked me if I was okay with him selling on Amazon and eBay. And my first initial response was, no, I don't want that. And I remember us as a group saying in the beginning that we never wanted to sell on Amazon or eBay. But what he said was correct, and I should listen to him because he obviously has a successful business. They've been around since the internet started. We can't open up our website to parts of the world for security reasons, and eBay and Amazon are pretty much everywhere. Does it cheapen the brand? I don't know, because the value of our product is in the research and development and the engineering that we do prior to production. So where you buy it from is not going to cheapen our brand, I don't think. But that is my first notion. But I'm allowing Woofers, etc., to advertise wherever they like. And being that, Sony has great equipment. I'm using their head unit in my sound quality build. They have amazing stuff, and they have entry-level stuff. There's nothing wrong with Sony. I hope US Amps is as large as Sony one day. David Masters, I will buy his amp. We have plenty coming, buddy. Trust me. When will the Neo 18s be ready? Okay, Mitch. So that's another question. Oh, geez, I just went way far back. Hopefully, Jason's caught up.
I'm going right along with you.
Okay, good, because I just lost everything. So, for those of you that do keep up with us, thank you. But for those that don't, last week or the week before, we received the Exterminator, the new. Okay, let me start back for everybody that doesn't know. We had our LH series subwoofers, right? We've pretty much discontinued them. We have some. I don't want to sell them anymore. They're decent subwoofers, but we proved our point. I have a ring. That's what I wanted to do. Show that it's not always just the equipment, but if you have good equipment and the proper enclosure and it's in the right vehicle, you can do almost anything, right? So I wanted to upgrade or build a better entry-level subwoofer, and that's what the Exterminator was. So I took our LH subwoofer, I changed the voice coil, getting voice coils from that place in North Fort Myers, I forget the name right this second, and then changed the soft parts. I basically sent that version, not the whole piece, but the parts and components that I used, to a build house and asked them to build that subwoofer. We haven't received those yet. During that time, another company reached out to me asking if we wanted to buy subwoofers because they used to build for a couple bigger brands that are now either on their way out or closed. So I offered, hey, you want to send us something to try out? This is what I've sent to the other company. This is what we're going to pay for it. If you can meet or beat it or give us a better product at the same price, I'm all in. We're going to do the same thing that we do with everything. Send me 2 15s. It's going to go on in Brendan's car. We're going to beat the dog shit out of it. Let him break it in. We're going to put it on the term lab. We're going to, let him try to blow him the fuck up, and then take it once they're broken in and put the subwoofer on DATS 3 and see what it has for Thiel small parameters. We received from not our actual build house that I thought we would be using, but from this new build house, we've already received the 2 15-inch exterminators the week before last.
Yeah.
We put them in Brendan's car. A lot of you have seen the videos. If not, you can go to on Facebook here and find it, or you can go to our YouTube channel. There's some stuff on there of these new exterminator subwoofers. This is a long story to answer the question about the Neos. So, in doing the research and development, we've now found there's better parts that this new company sent for, like the spiders. The spiders on the new exterminators that this company sent is like a 4-layer spider with a clamp that I've never seen and a bolt that goes all the way through each spider ring and then bolts into the basket. I thought it was just a top and a bottom layer and maybe it was empty in the middle. No, it's a 4-layer spider. So there's things on this woofer that I'm glad I didn't rush into letting the other company just make our subwoofers. I still haven't received their version of the exterminator, and because my word means something to me, I am still waiting, and I'm sorry for you guys that I'm stopping pre-orders. I don't want any more pre-orders of subwoofers. What's most important to me is at the end of the day, what we release is the best fucking thing that we can get for the money or the best fucking thing I can build. So, if it takes a little longer, that's what it's going to do. I'm sorry. I'm not going to rush and get something into your hands just because you spent the money and you want something. I apologize. The brand means something to me. The equipment means something to me. If it fails, what good does it do? What did rushing do? It did absolutely nothing. And then it makes the brand look bad. I'm trying to build a company here that we can be proud of. I'm trying to build products that you guys don't have to fucking replace every 4 months. I'm trying to build products that, like the older equipment that's now being sent in, can be sent, handed down to your sons and daughters. And, in 30 years, if you want to use it, you can plug the fucking thing in and it still works, That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to keep the tradition of US Amps as it's known for and as it's always been. And I can't do that by rushing. I don't have the manpower. I don't have the facility here. We do have the equipment. I'm looking for a building, but that also takes money and time. So I'm working on it. Long story to get to the Neos. So we've already received the Neos that everybody's seen Brendan use. Those weren't sent to us in that form. He didn't send us, this is the original build house now. They sent us that sub with what he wanted to use for surrounds, what he wanted to use for spiders, so on and so on. After testing them, they weren't getting quite as low as Brendan wanted. So we took them apart. We used our voice coil. We used some surrounds that we got that now we own that size surround and put the subwoofer back together, and it performed. So I'm giving that build house an opportunity to rebuild that subwoofer and send it back to me. And I'm giving this new build house an opportunity to send me their version of a 15-inch subwoofer that will play 160 dB plus at 20 hertz or lower. I showed them what we made out of the other build house's sub. I've showed them the videos just that are available everywhere, and I'm giving them the opportunity to send us a subwoofer. Well, a pair, because now we're waiting on a pair of 15s from both companies. So it's going to be a little bit. I apologize, but the end result is going to be the best neodymium subwoofer that we can get, period. If somebody has put in a pre-order for neodymium subs, I don't want to get into the situation that I've gotten into with these other people. So, but I also don't want to hold you up. I don't think we've pre-sold as many subwoofers as we have amplifiers. So if you're seeing this and you've pre-ordered Neo subwoofers, or you've pre-ordered subwoofers and you don't want to wait, contact me and we'll try to work something out, whether it's trading you up toward some other equipment that we have available and in stock, or working something else out to where I build you a subwoofer here. I'm open to doing that as well. I don't want to build somebody a subwoofer and then in 6 weeks all of a sudden we have a whole pallet of the new subwoofers and have a person feel like they've received something that's less than. That's my fear. But I have everything that's going into our new subs, I have available to me. I can have him send me stuff here and I can build it here. So it's an option. It takes a while too. I'm busy, you know. I try my best to keep up with things. I think poor Danny James has been waiting for a set of 12s for like fucking 6 months. So unfortunately, he's on Team US Amps and, you know, was one of our sales managers. So I unfortunately kind of put him by the wayside, and I apologize for that. I'm trying my best to keep up with everything. And there's not a lot of us here, and that's my fault again for not being a good businessman. Had I done what most companies do, and you know, if I'm making $30, if I was making $300 on these instead of 30, I could probably hire more people to help us do things, but I just can't afford to do it. So I'm sorry.
And that's one of the biggest things that people don't understand, is that to build good product takes time to all the things that go into building good product.
Yes.
But on the same note, people have to understand we're not the type of company that's going to mass produce 45 different versions of something just to get it out. I was talking on my video last night of a company that I was in conjunction with way back in the day, that come to find out in the hindsight of things that he would run out of money, and then he would go to Alibaba and order a crap load of speakers with his sticker on it and sell them. No modifications, no changes, no anything. Just generic 12-spoke double stack.
Oh no.
Cheap cone.
Oh no.
And then half of them would blow out, and he'd order a bunch more and charge people out the ads for them, and it just was not good for all the wrong reasons.
It's probably a good moneymaker, but it's not a good business model for longevity for a brand name.
Exactly. Yeah. I can say the name, and I bet there aren't two people here that recognize it.
Yeah.
But of the time, they were something, you know.
Right.
So that's you gotta go strong with it. I'm still in line. So, are you planning on making any more tube-style amplifiers? Asked Steve Baylor.
Here, Steve, I will show you something since you brought that up. About, I guess, 3 years ago now, at the time, our CFO was supposedly investing in the company and allowing me to spend my time solely on designing and engineering equipment, and then it would go right into production after testing. We weren't doing R&D back then like we are now. I started working on a tube amplifier, and once we got a quote from the build house that we were using, he pulled the brakes. He got scared on the cost, and that was kind of the beginning of the end for our relationship. But I do have a dusty, what was the start of what was the start of a new tube amplifier. Yeah, sorry, I'm getting kind of lost looking at this. Yeah, this is a printed circuit board that I got from Gorilla, but I actually put every single one of these components in here myself. Unfortunately, I don't know if it was just the build house itself, but we would have had to have bought 1,000 units to get them to accommodate, and it just wasn't. It didn't make sense monetarily at the time, and my CFO didn't have the money, which I ended up finding out later. So. We still have, I have a few of our tube amps. I have a few TU 600s, I have a few TU 300s, a couple 4360s. These are our tube amps from our 3rd gen. And then I have a few of the AX series tube amps as well. Not really my cup of tea, but if you're looking for a tube amp, I can also build you one, just depending on your time frame. It takes time. I had somebody ask me about building a DSP, and I think he was under the impression that it was going to be done in like 4 to 6 weeks. I had been working on a DSP for well over a year, and finally ended up kind of just, for lack of better terminology, just kind of giving up and giving a reference point of specifications to a build house and letting them do it for me. It takes time, man. It takes time. The SQ442 50HC and 100HC, thank God for AI software at the time, because I was lost, man. I was lost. I used AI software to design and engineer those amplifiers. So the DSP is... It takes time. It takes time. But yeah, if you want, I can build you an amplifier. Enjoying my day off eating chicken fillet. Jason Swain watching you guys. Being happy my amp decided to fail, so now I can get US amps. We got you, Melissa. Absolutely. Jimmy Simpkins, US amps the truth. Thank you. Appreciate that. Kyle Taylor in the house. What's up, buddy? Joey Filter. What's up, man? How are you? Ain't Loud Miles. What's up, buddy? How are you? Solange Parker Zombie. Welcome. That's it. Zambi? Sorry. That's a new name. I haven't seen that. Eric, happy you did a second run. That's when I got my 5. Oh, yes. No, I'm looking forward to that truck of yours, man. I'd really like to come by and see it since you're so close, if you don't mind. I keep seeing your pictures on the other forums. Looks like something serious, man. Paul Land, what's up, buddy? How are you? Julio, you're close by too, man. Why don't you drive over here, man? Let me see that thing in person. You got 2 500HCs in that monster. I want to see what's up. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate the kind words. Thank you. Welcome. I'll be reaching out in a day or two about the 1-aught wire order for Team 8. Oh, awesome. Yes, I'll let Jason know. Thank you, Kyle. And I know you guys, Team Megahertz, thank you. Shout out Team Megahertz. Love you guys, all of you. I know you guys had talked about helping out getting the 1-aught here. I didn't want to wait. I just wanted to go ahead and pay for it and get it here. We'll still do the deal that we originally spoke about. So Kyle said to let you know he didn't forget about the 1-aught order for Team Megahertz.
Sweet. Sorry about that.
You're good. Jesse Hammonds, 11K at 1 ohm 5. At 1 ohm high 15s at 0.5. 11K at 1 ohm high 15s at point. Oh, are you referring to our 10K? You have the specifications, Jesse, I'm assuming? That sounds about right. And I think that's at less than 1% THD, because I think it did over 17 at half ohm, but I don't know. I haven't been able to test it here. We've tested it on the term lab, but that's at 1 ohm. That's not at 0.5. We don't have a way to test it at 0.5. Oh, wait. Do we now?
Wait, what? What happened?
Half ohm. We didn't have a way to test the 10K at half ohm with the term lab.
I'm scared too, honestly. I mean, if you think we can, let's do it.
When are you going to put the Merlin fuse blocks on the website? Jason, I don't think I'm going to do that. What I have done... and sorry if you weren't aware, I should probably make this a little more available to people. Reach out to Chris Reisenauer at Reisenauer Designs. He's the one that builds the fuse blocks for us. I've given him carte blanche to pretty much use any of our logos to sell to our customers. Okay? So I didn't order any extras. The ones that I have here that I've shared pictures of, I ordered for somebody in particular. I don't know why. I was probably just trying to be nice. You can go to, reach out to Chris and order anything yourself. I don't make money on that stuff. I want everybody to have what they want to have. And if it has our logo on it, it's advertising for us. So reach out to Chris at Reisenauer Designs. I'll be running the 500HC at 1 ohm. Okay. Good luck with that. I don't suggest it. I don't suggest it.
I reminded 2 ohm per channel, and they're putting out well over 6,000 loaded. So, half ohm, I don't know.
6,000 watts, and that's at shit probably. I think if I remember correctly, the damping factor on the 500 HC was in the 1500s, and the slew rate is well over 150. So that 6,000 watts is from the fucking time you turn it on until the time you turn it down. You know. Yeah. Ricky Wasden, what's up, buddy? How are you? Rigo, he can set you up with some. Oh, the fuse blocks. Yes, thank you, Jesse. Need to get back down that way. Still yet to see. Yeah, I haven't heard it. I haven't heard it since you put the 10s in there, from the slimline 10s to the shit, Paul. That was back when I signed the thing with Dayton Audio to build our slimline subwoofers, right? You were the first one to get a set of those slimline 10s and let me know how shitty they were. So thank you. That was my R&D back in the day. I just thank you very much. And I'm glad you were able to get the LH subs in there. Christian, what's up, buddy? How are you? I still have 2 original series USA square bodies, 2 USA 150s, and a USA 50 still working, owned since 1996. That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. So the square bodies, that's pre 90s, like that's, or early 90s, up to like 93, 94, I think. The square bodies, those are the first gens. That's measuring, yes, resistance for diodes. Yep. Easy app for Ohm's Law is Ultimate Car Audio app for anyone who struggles with Ohm's Law. Thank you very much.
Ultimate Car Audio app. I have that on mine as well, and that's got a lot of good resources.
Oh,
on
yeah?
there. Yeah.
Nice.
It
Nice.
definitely does.
Excuse me, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Matt Rokovich is watching. That's a new name. Welcome, Matt. Thank you for watching. Finally got my gladiator figured out a bit. It sits at... Oh, nice. Awesome. When I first learned how to use a multimeter back in the early 90s, I thought the OL stood for overload. Once you attach it to the speaker, it would show you the number of... Right? Jeff Music. Welcome, Jeff. That's a new name. Road trip. That's right. No, I'll bring the dually up there and we'll throw it on a trailer and bring it back. Or if you want to bring it down, you're more than welcome. The new price of the Merlin 10K. Is that in here?
Should be.
So MSRP, or minimum advertised price, is going to be $2,338.99 on the Merlin 10K. I might as well answer it while I'm here. The 5K is going to be $1,169.99. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do the pay more for the warranty at half ohm bullshit, because it's bullshit. The warranty is going to be the warranty. I think we're going to do a 2-year, not a 1-year warranty on those amplifiers, because if something happens to one and you send it back, I don't need you to tell me what happened. I'm going to know when I opened it. So if you send an amplifier back that was starved for voltage, you're going to get charged to fix it. I can usually tell if it's just a component failure. It happens. It's electronics. But it's a little far and few in between when it's engineered properly. So I'd like to do a 2-year warranty, I think, on these amplifiers, maybe even 3. I don't know. We'll see once they get here. But that's what you're paying for. You're paying for the time and effort and energy that we put, and money, into designing the 5 and 10Ks, and the warranty and the customer service that you're going to get with it. Dominic, all the way from Germany. What's up, brother? Dominic's running a 500 HC. What's up, Pablo? Joseph McClung. That's a new one. Welcome, Joseph. Thank you for joining. Carlos CH is watching. Welcome, Carlos. Esos amps son caros en Mexico. Are they available in Mexico? If you want to message me, I can ship to Mexico. My Spanish is not great, but if you want to use WhatsApp or something to reach out, I'll gladly, or reach out to Rigo maybe. I think he might be bilingual better than I. Regardless, we can get an amp to Mexico. We deliver, we can ship all over the world, buddy. Lorenzo Walker, that's a new name. Welcome. Mr. D. Virgilio. What's up, Peter? How are you? Most patient man in the world.
Yeah.
Cecil Jones, welcome. Gloria Sexton, welcome. Alea Munoz, welcome. Snowing Hurts. Snowing Hurts. I like that name. Is watching. Welcome.
Nice.
Gary Mitchell, welcome. That's why I've been happy waiting for the Merlin 5. I think Peter was the first person to order a 5K. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Yes.
Order 600 or something on the, and we're up to what, 1,100?
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're the Neos to the test, Brian. Yeah, you're gonna break records with our equipment in your van. Edward Beecher, that's a new name. Welcome, Edward.
Mitch wants to shred the trunk of his Accord.
CSC Hill, welcome. That's a new one. Gary Mitchell, welcome. Meek Moves. Hey, Dalton, how are you? Ronald Marrero, welcome. Wow, we got a lot of new names.
That's good.
Suleiman Sukaria, welcome. Yeah, good afternoon. Absolutely. Yeah, it is afternoon. Solomon Sukaria, evening. Hey, okay, yeah, it's nighttime there. Sorry. Brendan Burke, how are you? We got a lot of people on today. Jeff Kyle, what's up, brother? You know what? I might take a second here if you can keep an eye on our. Uh-oh.
You upset the big monitor.
Keep an eye on our questions.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to go through here.
Oh, I don't have to take the bottom off.
Oh, nice.
Look at that. I don't have to take the bottom off.
You say you want me to grab a 10K?
Yeah. I wish. I should have set the table up.
Why don't you use my chair? I'm gonna sit down.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, we can do this, like side by side. Hell yeah. All right. So this is the last version of the 10K that I let S&I build for us. They built 4. From day one, it was supposed to be a proprietary design, which never happened, unfortunately. They kept lying to me, and they thought that they were talking to somebody else that didn't know better. They didn't even want to take what we were telling them to do to fix their equipment. They just kept putting a larger resistor in, hoping that it wouldn't fail. Anyway, so this is the last version of S&I's design that I allowed them to build for us. And right next to it is what all of you will receive if you've ordered a US Amps Merlin 10K. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's a little dirty. It's been through the... And again, this S&I product is blown up for the 4th time. It's been repaired a few times. We've given it an opportunity to do what it's supposed to do, and unfortunately, it's just plagued with issues. So, for those of you that have ordered a Team 10K under the other brand name, I'm sure you're having issues, especially if you're putting it through its paces. So, I'm sorry for you. Just do a quick overview. I mean, the differences, not only aesthetically, are obvious, and no, that didn't help. Yeah, that actually helped a little bit. So, obviously, the actual Merlin 10K is wider. I think it's about the same length. It's definitely heavier.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much. We can probably put them on a scale if somebody wants to see. But I know this weighs 38 pounds or so. And the difference is, obviously, for those of you that don't know what you're looking at, I hate that my feet are in there, but for those of you that don't know what you're looking at, this is the power supply section of the amplifier. The S&I version has 3 powers and 3 grounds, and we have a total of 6 toroids. For those of you that don't know, we have 4 powers and 4 grounds on our 10K and 4 toroids. So these are the transformers that help the amplifier convert 12 volts into more power. I mean, look at the size difference in the coils. So look at these toroids. And this is part of the output section. Look at the size difference. Now, I'm not going to bullshit you guys. I never bullshit. I try to be as upfront and honest as possible. They fought me on this. They didn't want to build the power supply like this. They didn't want to build the output section like this. They didn't want to do it. It costs us a lot of money up front in tooling fees to get them to do the things that we've done here. But just so you know, I mean, from an engineering aspect, yes, this amplifier can make 10,000 watts. But by Ohm's law, literally, it's not really supposed to. It's plagued in the design, starting with the power supply, which is the most important part of an amplifier. I mean, everybody knows US amps for their amplifiers being able to cut a can in half, or, you know, basically go to negative ohm loads in some cases. And that's all in part of how the power supply is built. If the base and the foundation of the house isn't solid, the rest doesn't really matter. And I mean, that's where it all starts. Look at the difference in the power supply. I mean, if you get down and start actually counting the amount of reserve that this amplifier has in comparison, it's really, sorry, that's the wrong terminology. There's no comparison. There's no compare. It's almost like comparing a 1,000-watt amplifier to a 10,000-watt amplifier. They did get pretty close on the slew rate, but the damping factor on this amp, I think, was somewhere in the 800s, which was good. I mean, it did well, but every time it popped, can you turn that back on? Do you mind? Every time it popped almost in the same place. So you see the smoke? See the smoke? That's probably a driver or emitter resistor on the power supply. I didn't bother taking it apart because I'm not going to bother fixing it. We do have one of these in a customer's car. I am going to swap him out because he did want Class AB to begin with. I'm going to put a double stack 500 in his car, but it works okay, but it's not really being driven too hard. You know, these amplifiers, to me, I mean, the design behind this was SPL, right? I mean, this is for somebody that's building an SPL monster, you know, and for daily use, obviously. If you want 110K on a set of 18s or 15s, cool. But these are meant to demo all fucking day, run through the lanes, hit your fucking numbers, and then go demo the rest of the day and not fail on you. This amp can't fucking do that. And I think a lot of you guys, unfortunately, have spent a lot of money. I think they charge $2,700 for their Team 10K, and that's if you're on the team. Again, for those of you that are on Team US Amps, you know that when I give you team pricing, you're saving money. So to charge somebody $2,700 for an amp that they probably pay $599 for, especially in the bulk that they buy it in, I mean, I guess that's why they have more money than I do, because they make money on their products.
Even after beating the bejesus out of the one Brian has in his car, Was that the 5K he has in his?
No, he's got the 10.
Got
Yeah,
the 10K?
yeah,
We finally got it to crack 100 degrees.
yeah. And that's with it being hot out now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's with Florida heat, and then we beat it and beat it and beat it and tested and tested and tested. So, and that's nowhere near thermal protect by any
You mind
means.
holding this for
No.
a second? I'm gonna grab the 500 AC that Sam brought back the other day and throw this on the bench up here. Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah, there's definite noticeable differences.
Easy to see, right?
And then now we're gonna be testing this out. You said.
I don't know. Maybe we're 130. I don't know. Been going hour and a half already.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll do it next week. But so this is a 500 HC. For those of you that don't know, that's been cut in half. Power supply on top, output section on the top, power supply on the bottom. This is the power supply of our 500 HC. It takes power to make power.
You should put this back.
Yeah, sure, please. Yeah, if you don't mind. Let's see. Catch up on any questions that you guys have here. Can't wait for my my amp's gonna make it. Yes, absolutely. Lorenzo, I hate to see you do that. You can't really compare a Ruthless 10K with our 10K. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, again, we got to make money on our product. I apologize. Once we get through customs and I know exactly what we're paying for tariffs, that price might adjust. But if you're not going to spend a couple extra dollars to get the better product and the better customer service and the better warranty, I hate to see you go. But again, it's a business, we've put well over 2 years into the design and development of the 10K.
Oh yeah. 2 years I can think of anyhow.
I'm not picking on Ruthless, but he's not an engineer, and I don't think he even knows that I designed the output section of that amplifier and abandoned it. And the reason that amplifier does fail is the power supply, and that's because I didn't design it. I have pictures to prove that. But sorry to see you go, man. If it's a difference of a couple $100, reach out to me, man. We'll work something out. Can I sign your 5Ks? I feel funny doing that, but if that's what you want, I will do it. Derek Wong, welcome. That's a new name. It keeps showing the same things over and over. Is watching. That's strange.
Yeah, that's.
For a half bridge, that S&I Team 10K seems in short supply. Yes, absolutely. Nico Can't Cool is watching. Welcome, Nico. Or Nico. Shirley Scott, welcome. Matthew, welcome. Robert, welcome. I'm doing good and you. I was wondering if you had any VLS 6.5 still. I need to make a music box for my engineering project. I still have the ones I took out of your car, Christian. You can have them. Gary Mitchell. Fanny Bordelon, welcome. Have you noticed a noticeable difference between progressive roll and linear roll spiders? That's a good question. I'll be honest with you, I haven't, and I've used both. So I know the difference, but I haven't noticed a difference in performance between the two. Lorenzo Walker, Chico Leisure, welcome. I have 3 Ruthless. Nothing like what I'm getting. Carlos. I'm not picking on any other brand. I shouldn't even. I only brought up the name because the customer or this gentleman did. It's a shame. You just can't compare the two. They're not in the same league. Molly Womack. They looking good. Thank you. Pedro Zamora, welcome. So yes, guys, thank you for spending your lunchtime with us. For those of you that are at work, I really appreciate it. Please don't get in trouble. But if you want to join next week, Mondays with Mike and Jason, we will test the double stack 500 HC on either the amp dyno or maybe the Term Lab. Maybe we'll put it in something and test it out. And look forward to seeing you guys next week. Do you have anything, Jason?
No, nothing I can think of.
No?
Thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks everybody for the support.
Sunday nights at 9.
Sunday nights at 9 for myself. Rambling with Jay.
Rambling with Jay. Do a quick little walkthrough, just show you guys what we got going on here before we sign off. This is going to be the next blow through. Probably going to do like 6 or 8 15s in a blow through. This is fully bagged extended cab Ranger. That's my cart. Just picked up this extended cab with the Escalade conversion. This is fully bagged. Pretty clean cat eye. Has the 3P. Probably gonna do a little build in this and then get rid of this. The paint is terrible. I'm gonna either do a wrap or repaint it, and then this will be for sale. The Raider. So for those of you that remember, I had those half Neo, half Ferrite motors. I built them into two 18-inch subwoofers, and or actually Brendan finished building them and put them in a Box Guru box in the Raider. So here we go. This is the two 18s, and obviously we're playing with porting right now. That's why it's not permanent, but this thing is wicked loud. This is the new US Amps dispersion. We're gonna put this at the top of the port to help the air disperse. I got one for the bottom chamber as well. Thank you to Brendan Gardner again for getting the Raider almost, well, it's playing. So have this beautiful 89 Goldwing if anybody's looking for a nice bike. I was gonna thinking about building this out, man, really doing a US amp system on it. Works, runs beautifully. It has the old cassette player in it, and it actually plays. I'm sure there's people on here that don't even know what this is. It actually works, man. This thing runs like a champ. Look at that. Look, the lights work. It tells you that the kickstand's still down. It's a beautiful bike. It even has reverse. Believe that? Kind of neat. Beautiful center console that Chris built. This is his first center console ever. Did an excellent job, man.
Thanks, sir.
He's been working on the my little bagged Nissan. Nissan? Yeah.
It's locked in. It's locked in stamp
The interior has been redone. We're gonna do a blow through on here. He just built the center console out for me, and Rigo designed an amazing all US Amps wrap that's gonna go on here. Jeff didn't say we couldn't share, so I'm gonna share a little on Jeff's build. This is Jeffrey Allen's build. We've been working on this for a while. Door panels are pretty close to completion as far as built anyway. And sorry, this is all your mids and highs amps. We have, this is a prototype US Amps 250.4. Obviously the Impact 100.4s. This is our 12 channel DSP. And that is going to be pushing two of our Exterminator. We're taking out this Ruthless and putting in our 10K. We have LF Audio, of course, controlling everything. Thank you, Marius Dornine at lf-audio.com. Again, thank you to Trunk Thunder Lithium and Seth and the guys over at Glow Voltage for all of your supplies. We build all of our batteries and banks from parts that we get from those guys, so thank you very much. We're going to be replacing the Sundown subwoofers with our two Exterminator 15s. They're prototypes that we've received. So we're probably only a couple of days away from testing and tuning on this thing. It's a monster, and it's going to be an extreme build. I mean, obviously, we're going to have to work on this dash a little because I think this is going to be the next to go. So for those of you that haven't seen the US Amps 4-aught, you know what? It's not fair to compare it to my hands because nobody knows what my hand is size-wise. Let's see here. I don't want to compare it to another brand. That's not fair either. I don't want to do that to anybody. A quarter or something in here? No. I was hoping there was some change so I could compare it to a quarter. You have a quarter on you by any chance? Anybody have any change on them? A quarter, nickel, or something? I do. No, I don't want you running out there. No. Not that important. I wanted to show everybody a piece of our wire comparatively to something that's good for reference, but I don't really have anything. Sorry, that was a waste of time. But we have over 1,400 feet of our US Amps V-Flex 40 HCC. And as of tomorrow, as Jason said a couple times, the 1-aught will be in stock as well. So thank you guys for all your love and support. See, there's 100-foot rolls. We've all cut into rolls there. Oh, look at that. Thank you, Brendan. See, Brendan always comes through, man. Gotta love the guy. This is actually a pretty clean truck, man. I keep getting these things and I keep telling myself I'm going to sell them, but this thing's so damn clean and runs amazing. I want to keep them all. So, here, let's see. I got this. Brendan brought me a quarter and a nickel. So, comparatively, let's try to set this up here. Maybe? No? Let's see. So this is a quarter, and this is our 4-0 wire. Here's a nickel against our 4-0 wire. How much 4-0 wire have you seen that you can do this with? I'm not straining. That's 4-aught. It's not like, I don't know, cheap wire. This is the best grade American, made in America wire that I could get. It's not an industry term OFC. That is an audio industry term. This is 99.8% pure copper. It's not tinned aluminum. I honestly believe, because we did, just like we did with everything else, we tested. We had other brands. I had stuff come in from China, from Tokyo, from Korea. I had stuff come in from all over the world. This was the best wire that I could find as far as resistance, as far as flexibility, and cost per foot. That's next. We are working on this is my race car, but it has to have audio in it, right? For those of you that hadn't seen them, I'm going to show you a quick view of the new US Amps Exterminator 15s. Those are the prototypes that I was referring to before that we are testing. And I am giving the other build house a chance to send us their version of that sub so we can test them the same way, put them in Brendan's car, you know, the things that we always do. But all right, guys, I just wanted to quickly show you around the shops, let you know what was going on. Thank you for spending your lunch with me. I appreciate all your love and support. Please, please, please spend time with your families, and thank you for being part of ours, the US Amps family. For those of you that didn't get to see this, you can go to youtube.com and please subscribe and like to our YouTube channel. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Have a good day.